Welcome back everyone. It's been a while, I know, and a lot has happened. But anyway, recently a streamer named Emiru dropped a bombshell on a streamer Mizkif, and it is bad.
15,000 this morning IRLing at the nonprofit.
Okay, I didn't need to hear that.
He gets upset when I succeed.
No, okay. No. I used to get upset.
But you know what's worse? Mizkif and his response. In fact, I have never seen a worse response video.
She was also violent. She would throw clothes or plushies at me, and I punched holes in the walls or slammed doors in aggression.
She was also violent. She would throw clothes or plushies at me, and I punched holes in the walls or slammed doors in aggression.
Let's just get into it.
Is this goodbye? No, it's not goodbye. Not at all. Explain yourself.
I was worried that I'm not going to see your fucking face again.
Pretty obvious. I will not be friends with any of these people after this. Ludwig was right. I am going to completely separate myself from these people in this community, which is fine, and I've already been doing it, but I have hundreds of messages and DMs from people, things that people probably would never want to get released that are very interesting for everyone, and I will be releasing it as time goes on, because why not?
Well, that's a very nice way to start any response. Just threaten a bunch of people. But maybe I'm just being a bit too harsh. Let's continue.
Okay. I wrote this myself, so I don't know if it's even good. I am not the best writer, as a lot of you know. I have half my screen right now is red because I can't write for shit. It's not through ChatGPT. Shut up.
Well, maybe you should have just used ChatGPT because it would have been 10 times better than this fucking response. I just want you all to understand this. Emiru does her stream and drops the allegations. A few hours later, yes, a few hours later, it's not even the other day, Mizkif responds, which is a very bad idea. And it is clearly visible in this response that you are going to see. The allegations are not something like, oh, he cheated in a video game. Emiru is accusing him of giving her a black eye and sexual assault. And for the first 25 minutes of the stream, he doesn't even get to the allegations because Mizkif for some reason has to start from the very fucking beginning and tell you how he has an Audi R8.
So, this is April of 2021. We met online when we were playing AT&T Annihilator Cup. This is me and Emmy. I was introduced to her through it. It was the beginning of January of 2022. Emmy just had her huge party in an arcade celebrating her birthday on stream. Everyone from Austin was there, and as we were celebrating her joining OTK, there was a huge scare. Someone outside in the parking lot rammed into my Audi R8 and drove off.
Was it really necessary, Mizkif? Couldn't you have just said, my car? But no, you have to just flex on us. Oh, and by the way, during the stream, he forgot to turn off text-to-speech. So we have gems like these sprinkled in.
Emiru has a lot of rabbits. It was her calling when she first moved in. These were a big part of her life. But as those...
Did you guys hear that? If you didn't, let me just read it to you. I am over here stroking my dick. I got lotion on my dick right now. I'm just stroking my shit. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I can't. But don't worry. He finally figures out that his TTS is on. But after rambling for a while, Mizkif finally addresses one of the accusations that Emiru made in her video.
At the start, it would be things like, for example, he would throw bottles, like plastic bottles with liquid in it, not like glass bottles, at me, despite me telling him like I didn't like it and it scared me and I bruise very easily. He would throw his phone at me. I would tell him, you know, it scared me, I don't like it. And one time it even hit me in the eye, which caused me to get a black eye, but...
She brushed over that I threw water bottles or my phone near her, but that wasn't during fights. I want to make that very clear. It would be me throwing my phone on my bed when I brushed my teeth. She did tell me she got a bruise from it, and I stopped. That's all that happened. I will throw you and show you an example, chat.
I'm brushing my teeth. Right here.
Look at me. I would throw my phone on the bed. I would just lob it over because I was going to bed. So I would just throw the phone. That's it. And when that's the whole thing. I didn't throw it at her. I want to make that very clear. I never threw it at her. I never hit her. And she even said in her situation that she bruises easily.
Oh, I'm sorry. How does this happen? If you know someone is sitting on your bed, I don't think any person will even throw their phone or even a bottle of water in a general direction of it. But what he does next is even more surprising because he just starts to victim blame.
Stalkers had would come to her a lot from her short form content. These people were schizophrenic and would think that she is talking to them. Whether it was songs she played, the way she looked at the screen, or just the titles of the videos, These people started to feel she was talking to them and come to our house to stalk her. These people thought in their heads they were dating her. They were out of their mind and dangerous. I told her, if we're going to be serious about this relationship, I need her to stop posting as much and to not farm these people. She agreed and understood that it was a safety concern for not only me, but the house. Russell, Simply, Corey, or anyone that was in my house or anyone that was near us. She agreed that she wouldn't want to hurt anyone else and knew that posting these types of TikToks and posts can mess with us and is something I'm not comfortable with as a guy. So she would tell me that if I had a problem to let her know.
Tell me this is not victim blaming. I mean, what can I do? It's her fault. She has a very stalkable face. And if victim blaming wasn't enough, this fucker has the audacity to bring up Emiru self-harming herself.
It got so bad that stress and constant talking about the same things over and over and no sleep and depression that most of my hair started to fall out and Emiru started to hurt herself while we were in Japan.
This was definitely intentional. The first time I watched this, I was so flabbergasted by the fact that he just brought up Emiru's self-harm story that it didn't even register what he said.
That most of my hair started to fall out and Emiru started...
Now, if he had brought this up in isolation, we would be making fun of him right now. And that is why I genuinely believe he actually did this intentionally. So yes, he just brought up a person's self-harm story to hide his receding hairline. What do you guys think he's thinking about right now? Is he smiling inside, knowing that he has hid his receding hairline? Or is he imagining how good the fingering will feel from Titterman himself? I think it's the fingering. And then he proceeds to drop a few tears. Or maybe I should say, fail miserably. No fingering for you, Mizkif. No fingering for you.
But I thought it could be fixed over time, since things were just so amazing that first year. But I'm so gay. But as we stayed around longer, I started resenting her a lot more. You can take it out of my only mode.
I mean, come on, his eyes are not even red. And I hear that. Take it out of sub-only mode. Let the people speak now. I have shed few tears. Or at least I think I have. And then we just devolve into being so gay.
I'm so gay.
Oh, I'm sorry, I meant talking about rabbits that have nothing to do with the situation.
Emiru has a lot of rabbits. It was her calling when she first moved in. These were a big part of her life. But as those rabbits moved out of her room and into the living room, they started to see disgusting neglect. No food, no water, sometimes not having clean bedding for weeks. I, along with many others who would come over, would give them what they needed, and I would tell her all the time to take care of them, but to no avail. She completely neglected those rabbits, so much that many of them just died over 1 year of being around in my house. My cleaning ladies would clean them just because they felt terrible, and my brother once came over and said, and I quote, "If you ever marry this woman, I'll never forgive you."
Oh, I'm sorry, I couldn't hear anything over the TTS. The entire reason for bringing this up is because Mizkif is saying that Emiru neglected her rabbits. Now, what does this have to do with Mizkif allegedly sexually assaulting Emiru? I don't know, but stay with me here. Mizkif claims that Emiru left her rabbits, which were in the living room, with no food and water, due to which a lot of her rabbits died. Now, why didn't Mizkif just step up and feed the rabbits? I don't know. Now, if this is true, yes, Emiru did abuse those rabbits, but at the same time, it doesn't really help Mizkif's case, because the rabbits were in the living room of his house. So why didn't you, Mizkif, step up and feed those rabbits and take care of them? After all, they are your and your girlfriend's rabbit. Or were you just too busy thinking about Titterman? So if Emiru is an animal abuser, so are you, Mizkif. It doesn't help you here.
Emiru wouldn't clean the cages, and the smell became so bad that we started to have the rabbits just be outside. I told her if that's the case, she's got to make sure she's giving them water, because they are her responsibility. Instead, these rabbits were left outside in 100-degree heat with no food or water or anything. Most of the time being in cages with no bedding besides poop all over the place. Emmy didn't care. She would sit inside.
Oh, and by the way, aren't you like a millionaire? Why are you not paying your cleaning ladies for taking out the dead rabbits?
My cleaning ladies would clean them just because they felt terrible.
You know what? Let's speed this shit up. Another claim that Emiru made was Mizkif kept using that he's going to off himself to manipulate her. So in response, Mizkif pulled out his... You know what? Just watch this.
Emmy was also violent. She would throw clothes or plushies at me, and I punched holes in the walls or slammed doors in aggression.
Well, before someone says, this is not AI, I promise. Because even AI will not be able to come up with this statement.
She was also violent. She would throw clothes or plushies at me, and I punched holes in the walls or slammed doors in aggression.
Throwing plushies Punching walls and slamming doors. Yeah, checks out. Both are equally violent. So coming back to the accusation of threatening to kill themselves.
I one time did say I was going to kill myself during an argument, but Emmy did this as well numerous times. She would constantly say she's going to kill herself in arguments, and I have a picture where while I had a gun pointed at one of her stalkers who came to my house while she was in Kansas, she told me she was going to kill herself out of aggression of the situation while it was happening. This is the situation. I told her that a stalker at the house. I'm freaking out. What is happening? Can you call me? I'll call you. I literally want to kill myself. I can't take this anymore. I feel so alone and like a problem. Just want to show this. She was also using the I want to kill myself a lot in our situation and relationship.
Well, someone just broke into her house, I guess. It's a fair response. But what about you, ma'am? When did you bring it up?
He's live. We're both streaming, and like I said, you can go find all of this. This is public. There are clips of this. We're both streaming the Rust event, and I thought it was going really well. I thought everyone was having fun. I was like, oh, this is great. Everyone's, doing the same thing at the same time. We're all hanging out. We're gonna have fun. Like, I was really, really excited. And then I start seeing in my chat people start saying unofficial Miz raid, and I'm like, what does that mean? And then I check my Discord messages, and he's messaging me. He's saying, like, Emmy, I'm gonna kill myself. I'm gonna KMS. I waited so long for this, etc. Basically, he was upset because I had higher viewership than him. That's literally it. I had higher viewership than him.
Welcome to 2025, everyone, where we are comparing someone saying I want to kill myself because someone just broke into their house to someone saying I want to kill myself because you have higher viewership than me. And I did catch that. I did it once.
I one time did say I was going to kill myself during an argument.
Guess what? Emiru has another example for you.
Like, one of the times that it happened, it was because we were just getting food, and he was on his phone, and he saw that Mr. Beast had put out a video, and Mr. Beast had invited another streamer, and he was like, oh, Mr. Beast invited this guy to his video, not me. And I was like, oh, well, yeah, I guess so. Which led to him going 150 miles per hour in the car and talking about killing himself while doing it.
Even AI will not be able to come up with this shit. If you had watched Mizkif's streams, you would get the idea, oh, he's playing a character that is an asshole. But it turns out he's just an asshole.
You're weak, you're pathetic. I think he's got everything.
The reason why I'm more likely to believe Emiru's story is because Maya, another one of Mizkif's ex-girlfriends, actually shared her story.
Anyway, there's something about being trapped in a car with an angry, aggro man that is like the absolute most helpless thing. Dude, I did a guy that would go like 100 miles an hour on the, like, we would fight in the car, which was never my decision. Like, it just always like happened. Like, we just would like fight in the car, and then he'd go like 100, and I would like literally like beg him to slow down. I'd be so scared and I'd cry, and then he would not slow down until I apologized. Whoa. So then I started driving only. Like, I wouldn't let him drive me anywhere. But then if we'd get in a fight while I was driving, he would like pound my ceiling in my glove box. He would like scream and like hit the ceiling and like hit the glove box and just like scream profanity and scream like he would like just call me terrible things while he was doing it. And then I'd pull over and be like, get out of my car, and he'd be like, no. And then I was like, well, okay. Because what am I gonna do?
Yeah, what are you
What am I gonna do?
And for some reason you still don't believe any of them, Mizkif actually responded to this allegation on his stream. And say whatever, but this is definitely not how you respond to an allegation.
Did you really drive 150 miles an hour? I'm going to say this very clear. If you know me in Austin, Texas, I drive fast everywhere. I drive fast literally everywhere. I'm in an Audi R8 in Austin, Texas, where the freeways are open. I drive fast all the time. I remember one time when she was picking me up from the airport, and she was in her blue Corvette, and she started the speed when we were on a straightaway when she was getting mad, and she stayed quiet. I don't remember the exact speed she got up to, but we were definitely flying.
I'm sorry, what? A blue Corvette? How dare she? Did she not know that I, Mizkif, only drive in Audis? Audi R8 to be precise. Just because Mr. Beast didn't invite you to a video doesn't mean you're gonna fuck, you know what, let's move on.
A week after this breakup, he asked to come over to my house and talk for closure. He came to my house and I was crying like crazy because the emotions were just very high because I was dealing with a lot of major shifts in my life as a result of me attempting to start to try to distance myself from him. So yeah, we were just talking and I was crying a lot. He started to try to comfort me by hugging me while I was sitting on the couch and holding me really close to him. And when this was happening, we hadn't talked in quite a while, and I'm usually very uncomfortable with being touched a lot by people that I'm not in a relationship with. But I let him hold me while I was crying. And he started kissing me in my face, and I let him do it. I was still sobbing a lot. And then, suddenly, he tried to climb on top of me and aggressively shoved his hand down my pants. And, I screamed. Yeah. And when I screamed, he jumped off me like a cat, And, instead of apologizing or checking if I was okay, he said, "I feel weird now. I feel like I did something wrong. I have to go." And he immediately left my house while I was still crying without, checking if I was okay or anything. And at the time,
You could be as retarded as Mizkif is, but you cannot tell me that you cannot understand when a woman is crying. But let's see what Mizkif has to say for himself this time.
Broke up for about a month, then got back together because we thought we can make it work. We went to get food at BJ's, a common place where we would get food, and then we went back to her house. We cuddled for about 30 minutes and started to kiss. She said that she was okay with this on her stream, and I started to advance to the next stage because I thought that's what she wanted. She yelped, and I immediately sprung up and was scared if I did anything wrong, or did wrong in general. I got scared and left the house. I apologize if that made Emmy uncomfortable for me not saying sorry, and I wish I said sorry back then.
Okay, so we are just going to tank this. I can't help but notice your brain was functioning when Emiru said that she was okay with you kissing her, but I see a distinct lack of any brain function when she said she was crying. You say that what Emiru said, a lot of it was false. So do yourself a favor and just tell us what is true. Was she or was she not crying? That's all that I'm going to ask you. Just tell us that. Another allegation that is surprisingly not being addressed here is the allegation that Mizkif was threatening her through her employees and her friends that if she came out with anything on Mizkif will launch a smear campaign against her by bringing up her dead rabbits, which this fucking asshole was so much delighted to bring up.
fully telling the story, I heard from my friends, other streamers, and my employees that he had cooked up a plot that if I ever tried to talk about him, like about the abuse or anything else, he would try to go live and say that I killed my rabbits. And I was told that he approached several streamers who were around us a lot when we lived together and asked if they would basically back him up, and they refused. Obviously, they're not insane.
Emiru has a lot of rabbits.
Since Emiru came out with her allegations, people are just finding clips after clips of Mizkif just being an asshole to his girlfriend.
You're weak, you're pathetic. I think he's got everything.
I don't have more viewers when I'm doing sponsors at my desktop.
You had 7,000 viewers when you were playing the crane game.
I had 14,000 this morning IRLing at the nonprofit.
Okay, I didn't need to hear that.
He gets upset when I succeed.
No, okay. No. I used to get upset. I'm not kidding you, chat. I used to legitimately get pissed because I'm like, are you serious? I brought this into the world, and now all of a sudden she's growing faster than I was. Because I was going like this, and she was going like this. And I'm like, what the hell is this crap? What is going on here? It's the Babsity effect. So I was pissed. I'm like, you were such a...
The fact that you can say that and feel like it's okay that you felt that way and just be like, yeah, I was like that is crazy. That's bad.
Is it bad?
Yes.
And guess what? I
Yes.
don't care anymore.
That's bad.
But I don't care anymore. And I stopped caring.
He's okay as long as I never have more viewers than him. If I ever surpassed him in viewership, which will never happen.
Oh, she'd be done.
he would
I'd
be
pull the plug.
He could not take it. He could not.
I'd pull the plug.
Which I kind of understand.
I'm sorry.
Got him.
I'm fucking done.
I'm done. It's like, oh great, my boyfriend's embarrassing me in front of my friends again. For nothing.
And this is what fucking happened when a psychotic fucking retard gets too much attention. I really cannot understand what the fuck he was thinking. You have to realize this sounds psychotic. The entire response is just more like an expose video. Although I cannot tell you what he was thinking during the stream, I can tell you, or speculate, what he was thinking in this moment.
You used to live with Emru, and then all of a sudden you wanted to use Emru to become bigger, and you couldn't. So then she broke up with you.
And Emru has been like having way more fun and doing way more cooler things.
What even are you spinning?
Dude, Emru used to always be in her room. Now she's like going IRL and having fun and doing a lot of cooler stuff
It's
now.
good thing she disconnected from you because
Thank the Lord. Thank the Lord.
You would have brought down the vibes with Emru, dude.
Yeah.
Facts. We weren't even dating. Well, of course, bro. Queen Emru is not dating someone like you.
By the God. Hell no. Fuck no. God no. Jesus no. Hell no, bro. Don't even say that word.
Look at this fucker's face. He's ready to punch.